Hey guys, just wanted to kind of do a follow-up video on a video that I did on this Shredneck bass here. The first video wasn't really meant to be a review. It was just something to notify some friends, hey, this is something that you might want to check out. But I'm doing a review here of this bass, so people that wanted to hear it can hear it, because I didn't play it the first video. I know how annoying that can be when you don't hear something that you've been looking and researching for. So I'm going to play a little bit about it, play a little bit of the bass here, and just give you a quick overview of it. It's got two P-bass pickups here in the front, and then a J-bass pickup here in the back, and then your power cord or your instrument cord is right here, and it's kind of slanted. And then I put my own DR strings on here, just colored strings. You know, I like these, and they play really good and everything as well. The back of it is maple, and then you got a rosewood fingerboard here, and your strap locks are right here on where the instrument cord is, and then also up here as well. And this is not an active bass. As you can see, there's no electronics in the back. It's a passive bass, but it's good for practicing and taking with you on the road, because you don't have to take your big bass with you or anything like that. And you can actually gig with it too, playing through the right equipment and everything. I'm playing through my Jeff Berlin signature Mark bass amp, so I'll let you hear a little bit of it, and you can hear what it sounds like. You can slap with it. And for my style, I'll tell you, with the slapping and popping, it's very kind of difficult for me to get up underneath this, because it's so low to the pickups. So that's why it sounds, you know, my sound is a little off. See, I'm missing a little bit. And the way I play, I like to dig in a little bit. So for me, for popping and everything, it's not so much good for that. For me, I mean, it may work for some people that don't dig in as deep as I do. But as you can see, you know, it was just hard for me to be accurate with some of the notes, because I don't have that. I don't have that spacing to dig up between the pick guard and the strings. So when I try to do some really fast, you know, pops like that, it's very hard for me to be as accurate as I am on my regular bass. But for fingerstyle, it's very good. Now I got the pickups all the way up on here. I'll play it for you with the back pickup turned back a little bit, just halfway. Now I'll turn both the back pickup is turned back. I'll turn the front back a little bit so you can hear how that sounds as well. Not so much good for chords. You can't hear the articulation of the chords when you turn those back, but when you turn them all the way up, you can hear the articulation of the chords better. So all in all, you know, for a travel bass, I'd probably have to give this about a good, you know, 6.5. Like for me, I said, like the problem is just trying to keep, you know, from, you know, the slapping and popping. If you dig in like I do, you know, it's very could be very difficult to kind of pull off a lot of runs that you're trying to do and everything. As you can see, I mean, I was just it was just hard to be very accurate with some of the popping and slapping. I mean, if you just play with your thumb, you know, you can pretty much, you know, pull some of those things off. Also, by it not being an active bass, you know, you're gonna have to crank the volume up a little bit on this thing. If you're using it at a gig or something like that, you're gonna probably end up having to crank the volume up a little bit. And as you can see with this bass here, I mean, I've got it kind of cranked halfway on this amp here, this Mark bass amp, and it's still, you know, it's not as loud as it probably should be. But I can put my, for instance, my Ibanez ATK bass or my Fender Dimension bass in here, and it just pops right off the bat because, you know, those things have active pickups in them, but my Dimension doesn't have active, but it still has really good pickups and it pops really well. But this is really meant for just to travel and practice with. If you're going to use it at a gig, I would recommend that you put some kind of you know, booster on it and bass enhancer or effects or something like that to get it where you want it to be as far as that. But I use it for practicing mainly and working on stuff while I'm traveling without having to take my regulation size bass. The action on it is very good. It's got nice low action and everything, so you're not going to have to worry about, you know, trying to feel your way around for things. I mean, it's an excellent bass to practice with and take with you on the road, and that's why I would recommend this Shredneck bass. It also comes with this case right here, so you get the Shredneck case with this, and I think this is pretty good for $175. You know, I mean, it's not bad at all, and I would definitely recommend this to anyone wanting to just have something to travel with and not having to take, you know, your main equipment, you know, with you all the time. So this is Cal with Java Prince Studios, and this is my review of the Shredneck travel bass, and I hope you enjoy it. If you do, put some likes down there and everything, and also, you know, hit me up if you have any questions on. I'll be doing some videos on some just studio stuff in general and everything, and we do a lot of mixing and mastering here too. So if you guys need tracks done, or you need some mixing done or mastering done, you know, check us out at www.javaprince.com, and it's www.javaprintzebra.com, or hit me up at calandersonmusic.com, and I have a CD out and everything there that you can listen to, and played a lot of bass. I had one of the tunes I did on there was with this bass, by the way, so it's also good for studio work if you want to do that. But mainly, I'd have to say, you know, I would use it mainly for just to practice with and take with me as a travel thing on the road. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you later. That's it.